Welcome back, guys, to Shin Megami Tensei V Vengeance, where last episode, our Kabukicho exploration brought us into contact with Kudlak, who asked us to kill the vampire hunter after him, Kresnik. But with our target further off, we continued looking around, meeting with Attis, who wants us to collect gems before bumping into a member of the Kadishtu. With Nama trying to entice the Nahobino to her side before retreating due to the approach of Yakumo and Nuwa, we were soon called back to Bethel HQ, where we learned of something taking place at Jozoji Temple.
Hey, we need to talk. There's something I need to tell you, a Nahobino. Could we head to the dorm roof?
Oh, we're not going to invade straight away then.
Listen.
My finding suggests the source of the problem is in Jozoji Temple. I'm counting on you to look into it. I'll walk it. I was thinking I could walk to the dorm room, of course, but... Oh, shoot. But there might be more people to speak to in Tokyo now that things are developing. But, oh, well, actually, there shouldn't be anyone to speak to in Tokyo apart from maybe soldiers? Did you know that... Oh, there's not that much of a lockdown then. Did you know that there's a renowned research lab nearby? There's a rumor that the people who fall ill get taken to that lab. The whole situation gives me the creeps. Hope they figure out the cause of the illness soon. Lately, my favourite shop has been closed more frequently, ho. Did I make them go out of business because I heat too much of their food, ho? Demons are getting harder to cover up. Civilians all over are starting to notice. Just hope the public doesn't dissolve in a panic. Last thing we need is being reassigned to suppressing riots. Have you heard of Amabi? Apparently she's a spirit that protects people from diseases. My friend said she saw her at Jozoji Temple, but she still got sick and even had to be taken to the hospital. Guess you can't put much stock in rumors. Poor Mabi. If you're worried about your health, you should return home and rest. I can't believe this happened. Could that man with a cape have somehow known in advance? Since the Prime Minister put that lockdown in place, the city's been so empty. I like how much less crowded it is. Hey, let's go home for today. A friend of mine collapsed too. Could have sworn I just saw the ghost of Sergeant Yakumo walk by, but that can't be. Must have been his son. But if he was still alive, I'm sure he'd be looking for a way to help the people even now. I ought to fulfill my duty as an officer of the law as well. Not only are the demons a threat, but now people are collapsing, we don't know why. Tokyo has become such a dangerous place. A lockdown's been put in place, but some people are ignoring it and still go outside. It would be easy to just leave them to their fate, but we have to save as many lives as we can. Oh, what do I do? My wife must have caught whatever's going around. She's been stuck in bed at home. Even if I just order takeout, I still have cleaning, laundry, shopping. There's so much I have to do now. We're not like complaining will help. It's times like these that we need to be there for each other. Alright, so that seems to be having talked to everyone. Let's go to the dorm roof.
I've made up my mind, and I wanted you to be the first to hear my decision. I'm going to become a Nahobino. I've been doing a lot of thinking about what I can and should do. And walking through Tokyo, I realized there are so many people out there who are suffering like Miyazu always has. I guess it sounds obvious when I say it, huh? Everyone's just trying to get by in life. Up until now, though, I'd only ever cared about my sister. So I've decided I'm going to try and help the people, like I've always helped her. Tokyo's where we both grew up, after all. I don't want anyone to have to suffer the way we did. And now, Director Koshimizu's told me he's Tsukiyomi, a god of Japan's Amatsukami. And me? I'm his knowledge.
Oh, okay then. That's a thing to randomly drop.
If I was willing, he said, I could become a Nahobino myself and use that power to protect all of Tokyo. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to become a Nahobino.
I mean, I'd be like ... to be truthful, because it's just like, what? That's a thing to just randomly give me a tidbit of information there.
Sorry. Didn't mean to drag this out so long.
It's not the time you spent talking, it's what you've said.
Anyways, thanks for hearing me out. That was all I wanted to say. We can head for Jozoji Temple now.
That's suspicious, yes. We know that fusions between demons, gods, etc. and humans are kind of not allowed for a reason, or haven't been. But now...
Stay alert.
Be careful, young man. I feel a sinister presence ahead. I recommend we fully prepare before going any further. Ah, enemies! Actual enemies. Let's get someone in here who can die for me. Oh, also, Yuzuru Asuha has taken my party slot. He's got his fire resist, though, now. So he's not really a liability anymore. We might just have him in, to be fair. Witness Me could be quite helpful for us. Though, to be honest, I do very much like defense down of Commander.
Hopefully we can find some kind of clue here.
Do you feel that, Tao? The power. I can't tell what it is, but it's all around. As though it's in the very air here. I do feel something.
What the?
It's collecting Magatsuhi.
Stay back! This thing is a Gadishtu trap, set here to harvest Magatsuhi.
Why stop us? We destroy this and we could end their plans.
It is your funeral, my dear. A swell of Magatsuhi like that, if you don't know how to handle it, could simply devastate this entire area.
This is my only lead on the witches. If you want to get yourselves killed, find somewhere else to do it.
Alas, they have managed to cover their tracks rather well. Always such a shame when the prey is wary of their hunters.
They cannot resist a prize of Magatsuhi like this. When they come to retrieve it, then we shall make our move.
So then, you're using it as bait.
A trap. But a trap that's still active. It's going to keep harvesting from innocents.
So it shall. My target is the Gadishtu.
So the end justifies the means, then? As long as you get your kill, you don't care about the people.
Now, there is no need to take such a tone with us. The trap is only wide enough to catch a few hundred humans. A pity to be certain, but rather inconsequential overall.
We're after them just like you. We want the Kadishtu stopped. But this? You claim that innocent lives are expendable, but I refuse to believe that's the way! Come on, back me up, guys. We stop them here. We save everyone!
I know, it's kind of with them. I feel this is a dumb fight for us to take up. Why are we taking up arms against these two? They're scary. Like, very, very scary. Well, let's try to get a read on some of them, I guess. You have Deflement Decaja, removal stat buff effects on all foes, so we can't buff then. Matter Kanja, Razor, allies, of enemy. Oh, you're going to be right annoying with that. And your only weakness is fire, which of course we don't have a lot of at this point. Permanent Restoration, when user resists or nulls an attack 2 times or more, adds 1 press turn icon at the start of user's next turn. As well as Dance's Strike, which high chance of landing critical hits. Status-wise, we can't really hit anything into you. A lot of force attacks. Probably scan the other one. They could probably take me out in an instant, by the way. If I get unlucky again. Right, you've got mainly physical, so it's well, new. We gotta take out a very certain one. Die for me will work very well though. True Aim greatly raises attack accuracy. Galvanic Slash is a heavy strength-based electric attack to one foe. We're at least protected from that. We absorb it. Critical Slash, low accuracy but always lands criticals. Medium physical attack to all foes with Deathbound and critical aura as well. So he's going to be a turn creating beast. He's truly going to be scary. And yours is resisting attacks also gets. Oh man. So we can't even die for me until you died for me.
Just die already.
One guard!
Oh, thanks for attacking me. You've just lost all your turns. Well, we might be able to work off with this.
Watch this.
And I can't say. Well, he resists Fizz. Who was the target? Now, apart from that, who can we use here? I can buff myself, but then Dekaja will come out. So the question is where I want to go from there. SBA gives a sub. Cheers very much, Lee. Because we've got you that can do some fire stuff and has fire pleroma too, that could buff strength attack. Anubis could come in here. Taro's lost his fire buff. Of course, Yoko's pretty good for it. With Agadine and being able to put Masakunda back on. It's probably Yoko then. And then for you, you'll be amazing later, but not right now. Where Atsuta actually has a fire attack too. No, you don't. You have Bufula, damn you. We could use you to suck all the attack damage in.
Your turn, go!
I don't necessarily like the turn order that great there. Of course, we're using this on the critical, trying to rejig some people's attacks, which isn't the best thing to do, obviously. But if I can knock her down, we'll be quite happy.
I'll finish you.
We might want to do some Matalundas too.
Please. One guard.
See, that would be better on me.
This'll do.
Yes, this is the reason we probably want to do some Matarundas. Things could get very messy if we don't curb this attack up. Could get messy very fast.
How's this?
Let's take the press turn. Probably gonna need to heal yourself up, buddy.
Assist you.
You took a big hit. And then that comes back around to me. That crit's really handy. Okay. We have an option here to do something else. We'll remove the attack buff that way. Okay, we've got Mr. Physical's about to do some really horrible physical stuff. We've also got her as nearly actually out for the count. So how do we negate this? I want to keep the pierce armor. Yoko can Agidyne.
I can't afford to fail.
Can I finish her off on this turn or not? Let's use a fizz dampener.
This'll do.
Anything we can do to make sure we can survive this turn? I'm gonna risk it. Didn't get the KO.
Die!
But block the overall turn. And with that...
Sorry.
the buff and debuff of our enemy team is now out. So, we now need to hit into a darkness weakness, which a very certain someone has. We can pierce your armor. Oh yeah, you resist fizz. And we've still got the defense down, so it was worth.
How's this?
Masakunda. And keep making you witness me.
Give me a challenge.
Right, he's going in again. This is probably a physical blocking thing which Yoko can do for us. So there's got to look at it like that. I want die for me in here.
Die for me.
Two press turns gives us a lot to play with after all.
Don't worry.
What can I do with you? What on earth can I do with you? I guess I could throw a dark gem.
You're finished!
Extra turns doesn't exactly hurt. Mr. here is actually quite resistant.
Die for me.
We have Madoon.
I can't afford to fail.
Can lower his attack too. Yeah, you're a bit of a weird link for me at this point in time. And we're fully blocking his abilities.
It's time.
Now with die for me doing the extra damage, we should be laughing a little bit here. Do I remove Yuzuru? It's a variety of debuffs I want to go to work for me here. Having having an extra defense down will probably make this go faster, but then of course means that ATLUS could come under attack.
I can't afford to fail.
Yeah, I think we're losing the defense down, but we've got some good damage anyway. But you, I guess. Carnage Fang. Oh, Fizz resisting. Not really a good option when you look at it. At the moment, it's all about Alice.
Die for me.
You're done.
Please. I shall assist you.
We haven't dodged a single attack, by the way, again, with the big swing that's going on.
You owe me.
Okay, he's gonna crit me. He's gonna crit me so hard. That is his plan.
Die for me.
Thank God we have a small girl.
I'll finish you.
Or our life might be over. Locked down. Attack mirror was obtained. Oh, I guess that would have worked too.
Looks like we win. Time to put this thing in the ground and find a better way. Nakami, you ready?
Right.
We'll be right back. Stay here.
Yakumo.
You hate them, gods and demons both. You said you wanted a world for humanity. But your approach here would have gotten people killed. Why don't you care?
I told you. The world of humanity has no need for those who side with demons.
What? Yeah, so, yeah, so... the one you're hanging out with... So explain that.
He makes a good point. You hate the people who side with demons, but you're fine with using their power yourself? Sounds a lot like an excuse. So that you and Nuwa can be together. You're just... a hypocrite.
Really? There is no hypocrisy in my vision. None.
Yakumo. So dramatic. That one hurt.
The demon is but a means to an end. Nothing more, nothing less. Humans need the will to survive at any cost. And those who lack that strength of will no longer deserve to live.
They're back.
I managed to shut it down, at least for the time being. Hopefully that'll mean no more victims.
We did well. Bethel can take the reins from here and figure things out. Let's head back and report to the director.
Wait, that was fine? It didn't go kaboom? There's so much confusing stuff right now. Oh, I'm dying. I was like, oh, he's dying? I didn't mean to kill him. Yeah, well, you're being a hypocrite. Oh, you stabbed her, so you're going to kill her to prove that you don't... Oh, now you just both heal. Well, there's no risk in that. What are you trying to say you're not a hypocrite? What the hell?
A moment?
Koshimizu sure knows how to make hard decisions, considering that citywide lockdown. Not like I have much of a choice, though. I've still got to go outside for my work.
Yoo-hoo!
Oh, hey, out walking around during a city lockdown. That's kind of badass. What about you? Huh. Oh, you want to know why I'm out here? Yeah, I guess I don't blame you. Tokyo's been so messed up lately, I thought I'd come offer a prayer to the local gods, you know? Maybe one of them will take pity on us. Wait, there aren't any gods at a Buddhist temple? Who have I even been talking to then?
Yep.
Well, I don't care who hears my prayers. I just want my life to feel normal again. Yoko's still here. But I think he's saying the same thing we've got before due to the speech bubble there. Very confusing. Makes it all seem like, oh my goodness, he's actually not a hypocrite maybe. Now that we pointed it out, he's actually, oh no. Special stabby in the stomach heal device. I mean, to be honest, I'd be like, fair at that point. I don't know. So, yes, I can completely understand why you keep her around. You get me? Telling us we can't go outside is infringing on our rights. I thought this was a democracy. Some are saying this is a bioterror attack, but I'm starting to think that the Prime Minister is behind all this. Okay. I'd also keep the demon around, even if it was hypocrisy. If I could just stab her to get a full heal, she'll be fine. Just endless full heal for all time. Seems like a good deal. I'm totally gonna farm some money between sessions this time. I cannot be going with this little in the way of cash. Right then, Prime Minister, not a human.
You're back.
Yes, sir. We found a trap at Jozoji Temple that was set by the Kadishtu.
We've temporarily disabled it, so this would be the time for Bethel's researchers to investigate.
Understood. I'll mobilize the Japan branch immediately.
No sign of the Kadishtu, though. It's entirely possible they'll show up later.
Noted. I'll make sure to prepare a security detail. We'll also work on countermeasures to draw the Kadishtu's attention. As for you, the Saint, and Hiromine, could I ask you all to go back to Shinjuku? If the Kadishtu aim to use the Metropolitan Government Building to summon a god, then odds are you'll find them there. If you encounter them, don't hesitate. Engage on sight.
Understood. Is Yuzuru not coming with us?
Correct. Atsuta will be joining me in tracking down the Kadishtu. We'll be sweeping other areas as we make our own way to the government building. If we don't find them, that's where we'll rendezvous.
I love how we're just supposed to, like, accept the whole Nahobino deal with Yuzuru. And this guy, 15k marker, nice. Kadishtu Showdown. Yuzuru Atsuta has left the party.
Listen.
Atsuta will be joining me in tracking down the Kadishtu. If we don't find them, we'll rendezvous at the government building. Sure. Sure. Is this the time for me to go finally back and complete those quests now that we've got some story progress going? Because, well, we've been building up to a load of quests that now exist that we can hopefully take on. And I'm guessing it's in Minato that we'll be getting a lot of them. Right. Let's finally tick off one quest from the list that we've had for quite a while. Hasn't been completable. Well, the Vampire and Black one for 6 magic incest is level 53, so that shows you how much we've got to move on there. We still need the emeralds, we'll hopefully get that in time, but eliminate the 4 gods across Minato, Qinglong, Zukui, Beihu, and Zhan Wu. We are at level 4 now. Let's give it a go. Should probably also take on Gear Makala. Tsuchigumo still wants to have a go at me. I'm surprised by that. Right, I take it one of them's this one. What party do I want here? Because, yes, I do realise that someone will be missing from the lineup at this point in time. Yoko's weak to light. I mean, we have no one else to add that is weak. No, tell a light. I have Anubis, who is immune to everything to make a good party start. That'll be fine by me. Save the order. Let's take the corner and assume that you're one of my foes.
This'll do.
Oh, what level are you? 23? I wish the quest, I guess the quest is the highest level guy and that all of them were actually able to be fought a lot earlier then. Whoops. That means this guy's pretty much going to be absolutely destroyed.
Die for me.
I was like, oh well, could have fought you ages ago. Yep, we definitely could have. Increasing defense, gathering Magatsuhi. I care very little for your defense. Right, Zhan Wu's essence was obtained. Barely anything else when you look at that. The card wants to have a conversation with me though. I'll take the goods to go with it, you know. Right. Next opponent should take us this way. Now, is this the one we've got as a guy in our group currently? Komokuten, who is weak to lightning, so we're actually going to hit into that quite handily. Alice has it. So if I'm looking at turn order... okay, then switch you for Yoko. To be honest, we'll have enough lightning there that it should work perfectly. It is you, right?